lovely weekend dinner for especially the cold months of the year. They're kind of giant-sized dolmas. They're like the little stuffed grape leaves, but instead of grape leaves, we're using Savoy cabbage. We made a filling with raw meat and raw rice, so it's very quick to throw the filling together. We're then going to cook it at a low simmer on the stovetop in a large Dutch oven covered for about 45 minutes or until all the liquids that we add to our sauce are absorbed into the rolls. That's what's going to cook the rice and the meat through. So in the bottom of the pot, I put in a little bit of olive oil and a couple tablespoons of butter. And I added a few cloves of garlic because that's how I roll with everything, a little garlic. Now we're going to add a little tomato paste. Tomato paste, always buy it in a tube. If you buy it in a can, you have to transfer the containers to save the leftovers. You can't keep it from molding. You end up throwing it away. In a tube, you just screw the cap back on, throw it back in the fridge. You don't have to transfer containers. Now, just like proper bathroom etiquette with toothpaste, roll it up from the bottom so you don't throw away half of your tomato paste. And put the cap back on. So, when you're using tomato paste, it's very important to stir it until it's fragrant. It should hit your nose. You're trying to wake it up from being in a tube. So don't just plop it in the pot and then throw in your liquids. It'll just not develop the same flavor-wise. So, tomato paste into the pot, stir until fragrant. Then you're gonna add about a cup of dry white wine. Gee, what to do with the rest? Then we're going to put in our liquid. If I do cook rice on the side, I always cook rice in stock. I never cook rice in water. So I always cook with flavor. Add chicken broth or chicken stock, about 2 cups or half of a quart-sized container. About 2 cups of liquid. That's going to absorb into our stuffed cabbage rolls. Okay? And we're going to put in 1 14.5-ounce can of diced tomato for our nice light tomato sauce. Tomato, onion, tomato, garlic. Tomato with butter in general tastes delicious with fresh bay. A fresh bay leaf goes in. Always season every layer of your dish. A little salt and pepper, of course. And let's not forget, we have the core that we saved of our cabbage, right? So we're going to put that in at the bottom of the pot as an extra delicious treat to spoon around our stuffed rolls when they're done cooking. Stir all of this together, and this becomes the bed. We're going to trap in all this steam and all the flavor from this mixture on the bottom. Trap that all in the pot. So you arrange your rolls, nesting them in. There we go. And then you're going to cook this until all of the liquid is absorbed into your dolmas. It'll be about 45 minutes, depending on how thick or thin you make them. So bring this up to a bubble, lid on. When it comes to a boil, turn it down to simmer. Leave this covered for about 45 minutes until all of that liquid is absorbed back into the room. I love stuffed grape leaves. A lot of people do. I wanted to make them for a party over the holidays, and I was disappointed with the quality of the grape leaves that I could find. They came in a big can. I found them bitter and tough. So I just took the same filling and put it inside Savoy cabbage. You can make them with a half a leaf and roll them teeny tiny, like stuffed grape leaves, and serve them hot or cold on your next buffet or at your next party. But they're also delicious if you use the entire leaf of Savoy cabbage as a wonderful, hearty, healthy dinner for the colder months of the year. So I added a couple of cups of stock, some wine, some tomatoes, and a giant fresh bay leaf and garlic into our buttery sauce. And I chopped up the center of our cabbage. That's all down at the bottom. And we've got our beautiful rolls that are now cooked all the way through with the rice and the cabbage and the meat. And then bonus, you have that lovely tomatoey sauce and some of its natural juices. It's so yummy. It's so yummy. It's easy, it's fun, it's delicious, it's good for you. New year, new you, perfect, any time of year.